Hey guys, my name's Abby, and today I'm going to be showing you a guide to the cost and care of bearded dragons. So, to get started, we're going to talk about lighting. Bearded dragons need a UVB, UVA, and a heat lamp to successfully live. You can use mercury vapor bulbs or anything like that to provide them with heat, UVB, and lighting, and heat. Heat, UVB, and UVA. Heat and humidity. You want barely any humidity, like less than 30% humidity, because they live in they originate from the desert, and they don't have humidity there. And the heat in their basking spot you want to be around 110 degrees. And then the warm side of the cage should be 90 degrees, maybe 100. And then the cool side should be anywhere between 80 and 70 degrees for them to do well. For their water, you can get it out of the tap, but then you have to treat it with a fresh water conditioner so that they're not getting that chlorine and all those harmful chemicals in them. For substrate, this is a really, really, really controversial subject in the bearded dragon world. I don't believe in using sand or anything that they can actually eat, because I think that would just cause impaction really badly. And if you don't want to pay really big vet bills, I really wouldn't use sand, because you can use sand, but don't use it with baby bearded dragons. And if you're going to use sand, you have to feed them outside of their cage so they don't eat any sand. But I'm just going to be using reptile carpet unless you guys have any other ideas. For their food, baby bearded dragons need to eat 3 times a day. 3 times a day. And in the morning, you want to give them some vegetables and fruit. So you could put this in their food bowls. So I'm going to be using chopped up kale and carrots if I can get a bearded dragon. And and for fruit, I'm not sure if I'm going to do fruit yet. Probably blueberries and strawberries if I do. But feed fruits and vegetables to your bearded dragons in the morning, so it gives them time to bask. And then at lunch, or for me, when I get home from school, I'll feed them. And I'm going to be feeding mine mostly dubia roaches, because those are really good for their, those are really high in protein and nutrients and stuff. So that's what I'm going to be using for bugs. And you don't want to feed them anything bigger than the space between their eyes. So, yeah. Okay. Tank sizes. For baby bearded dragon, a 20 or 25 gallon tank would be good. Like baby, I mean like about a week old to maybe a month old, but they're going to get pretty big or not really big, but they're going to grow quite a bit between that time. So then when they're about 1 month old, you might want to change them into like a 40 gallon tank. Then just keep upgrading about 10 or 20 gallons every 3 months maybe. So I'm going to be doing a 40 gallon for the bearded dragon I'm going to get, if I get one, because my mom said I might be able to, but she's not sure yet. So I'll be starting off with a 40 gallon bearded dragon starter kit. And after that, after about 3-4 months of having them, I'm going to switch into either a 50 gallon or 75 gallon. And then once they're fully grown, you want to have probably about a 75 gallon tank would be ideal. Tank mates. So if you were going to be breeding bearded dragons, you would need a pretty big tank so that they don't fight over food and stuff. And you would definitely need to have a really big tank, because otherwise they'll fight about territory and stuff. And after they've breeded, you want to separate them. But for like male and male bearded dragons, 2 males, you would not want to put them in the same tank. They'll get really territorial, and they will. And sometimes, if it gets bad enough, they could, or one could kill the other one because of territory reasons. And then female and female, you can put them together with very close supervision during the first couple of months, or weeks, months, because they could fight, but generally you shouldn't keep any together. Diseases that you could get from your bearded dragon, you could get salmonella, but if you wash your hands thoroughly and don't put your mouth all over them and stuff, this isn't likely to happen. Salmonella is usually, or it can be in some bearded dragons, but it's not in all of them. So as long as you're not putting your mouth on them or anything, then you should be good. Okay, so the cost. Hold on 1 second for me, guys. Okay, I'm not sure how to switch tabs with this, thing. Hold on 1 second, guys. Maybe. Okay, guys, so, oopsie daisy. Okay, so for cost, I'm still trying to figure this out here. Hold on. Okay, so I figured out how to switch tabs here. Go here. Control Alt Shift F. What? Oh, Shift Alt F. Okay. So now that we're recording this tab, I'm going to be showing you everything in here. So the total I spent, I went to PetSmart.com just to get an idea of what I would be spending. And I'm going to get the 40-gallon terrarium kit for a bearded dragon. I'm going to be getting a reptile refuge, which is like a hiding place for them. Exoterra Heat Glow infrared heat lamp, and that's for at nighttime, so it doesn't get too cold, because I keep my house really cold at night. It's easier for me to fall asleep that way. Zoomed Reptile Terrarium Digital Thermometer. With this, you just put the probe onto their basking spot, and it will read the temperature, so you know about what temperature it is. The Zoomed Eco Carpet Reptile Terrarium Carpet. So instead of using sand, I'm going to be using that, and that is really expensive. I just got a little plant for them to use in here. This is like sort of like a hiding spot under it, but then they can climb up and bask on it. I'm thinking about removing that because it's a lot of money, and I have something almost exactly like it, so I probably will just remove it right now. So that's gone. And then it's going to take me back to the top course. Okay. So next thing I have is the Zoomed ReptiSafe Instant Terrarium Water Conditioner. It's an 8.7 fluid ounce, because I'm not really sure how much I'm going to need, so I'm just going to start out with that amount. This is what I'm going to use to pick up their waste. I have the cleaning spray because it's safe for bearded dragons, and it's not really expensive, but and then I have their vitamin supplements, and then I have a little plant thing. So this has been part 1, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, my name's Abby, And this is part 2 of Bearded Dragon cost and stuff like that. So if you remember on my last video, I ended part 1 on this page. And so yeah, I kind of showed you what I had there. And so my total for that was $299.55. So that's pretty expensive, and that's not even including the Bearded Dragon itself, which is about $70. So about $300 plus $300 plus 70 is $370. So you're already looking at quite a big amount. But then you got to think about their live food and what you're going to feed their feeder insects. So I'm on dubideli.com. I just went on Google and typed in dubia roaches and clicked on the first thing that came up, and it's for reptiles for them to eat. And okay, so I'm going to show you guys all that I got on here. I got 4 things for them. I'm not quite sure what I got. I kind of forgot. I haven't been on here in a while. Okay, so in my cart here, I have 10 adult female roaches and 10 adult male roaches. So, and then I have nymph roaches because if I do get a bearded dragon, I'm going to be getting a really small one. So this is what I'm actually going to be using as feeder, and I have 750 of those. So they're not actually going to be eating the male and female roaches because those are what's going to start my colony. But instead of this, I was actually thinking about getting I needed some egg flats, but I wasn't quite sure where to get them. So for 2 egg flats is $2. So I'm going to go for I'm going to go with 24. So that's another $24 just added on. I'm probably going to go with 8 instead, so that it's only $9. And now my cart is going to be, let's see here, $71.50 just for their food. That's not even including what I'm going to feed them. So, what I'm going to be feeding these guys, the dubia roaches, is I'm going to be feeding them some fruits and vegetables. Hold on, guys. So I'm going to be feeding them some fruits and vegetables that I have in my fridge that nobody eats. So I'm not actually going to go and buy a bunch of food for them. I might get a little, 10-ounce bag of dubia roach food. So yeah, I'm going to be getting 3/8 of an inch nymphs, 10 adult female roaches, and I'm just going to keep going with the 10 because the males are very, very cheap, and then the egg flats. So another $71. So 300 plus 70, that's $370, and then plus another 70. So we're looking at a lot of money here, guys. So if you're going to be wanting a bearded dragon, you better be fully committed to taking care of it. Okay, so I always forget how to on the app that I have, it only records 1 tab at a time, so it's kind of hard. Okay, so that's the cost. And what to look for when you're buying a bearded dragon. Okay, you need to look for any tail nips, which means that it's missing a little piece of its tail because its cage mates bit it off or nipped a little bit of it off. And you also need to look for toe nips. And you can inform wherever you're buying them from or whoever you're buying them from that they have a tail nip, and most of the time they'll lower the price for you, but not all the time. You need to make sure they're fat and active. A fat bearded dragon shows that they're eating and they're not depressed and bored and stuff. So once you pick them up, you have to be able to pick them up before you buy them so you can get a feel for their personality. So if you pick them up, you look at their stomach, and if it's pretty fat, then that's a good thing. And then you need to look at their eyes. If their eyes are clear and alert, and they seem to be following your movements, then all those signs put together, if they're all right, it sounds like you'll be picking out a healthy bearded dragon. Okay, so I already showed you actually I didn't. So your bearded dragon shopping list, you're going to need stuff for them to climb on, water, a minimum of a 20 or 40 gallon tank, depending how big they already are. You're going to need their food, basically everything I already said here. Yeah, so you're gonna need the terrarium kit, a hiding place, a nighttime heat lamp, and then with this, the Zoo Med Repti Habitat Bearded Dragon 40 gallon terrarium kit, that includes almost everything you need. So that's why I'm getting it, because if you're going to buy everything separately, it'd be a lot more expensive. So if you're just going to get this, then that'd be way cheaper. And so I got the infrared heat lamp for nighttime, but I didn't even get a dome for it. So that's going to probably be about another $20. Let's see here. Okay. So okay. So that's the double one. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm gonna pause the video because I do store pickup because I'm gonna be going to the store, but I don't want everybody to see where I live when it asks me. So hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, guys. So I added the light dome for the infrared heat lamp, and that's another $12. So overall, you're going to be spending about $300 on supplies, not including food. So yeah, it's going to be really expensive if you decide to get one. And I'm really lazy and don't feel like doing math right now. So let's just see what all of this would cost. So the bearded dragon itself is about $70, plus about $311 for their supplies, depending on where you live. Their food is about $70, and then if you're going to get food for the insects you're going to be feeding to your bearded dragons, that'd probably be about another $10. And then your own decorations that you're going to be getting is probably about $20. And so you'll be spending almost $500 on your bearded dragon. So it's going to be quite an investment. So you better be really positive that you want to that you want a bearded dragon. So let's go back to this page. So yeah, that's your shopping list. The bearded dragon normal behavior would consist of them being alert, active, and once they're adults, if they're sleeping a lot during the day and not eating as much as they normally do, don't get worried because they're probably just in brumation, and that's kind of like hibernation. They'll come out to eat once in a while, but not very often. You can take bearded dragons out during brumation, though they'd rather be left alone. The only time I would take mine out during brumation is if I was just going to lay down and watch a movie and just have them cuddle up, because all they really do is sleep during brumation, and they don't eat very much. You might see them come out for a little while to come eat, but that's only when they're adults. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry that my last video cut out, but I have a recording limit of 10 minutes and I wasn't paying attention to what time I was at. So I left off on behavior, and I think I finished telling you guys about brumation and stuff. In conclusion, bearded dragons are amazing pet lizards, and I would, for a lizard beginner, I would go with either a crested gecko or a leopard gecko. I would say a crested gecko because they don't eat live food, they don't need any heat lights, they don't need any heat mats. All they need is a tall cage, couple plants. But with crested geckos, you have to mist their cage because they won't drink standing water. So that's like the only hard part about them is having to mist their cage like 2 times a day. But yeah, I'm not going to go deep into crested gecko care because this is a bearded dragon video. So bearded dragons are great pets. They're very chill and calm. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And one more thing, if anybody has any ideas on what my username should be, or my new username, because this is going to be all about bearded dragons, because I unfortunately don't have my hermit crabs anymore. So I need some bearded dragon username ideas. So if you guys have any of those, please leave them in the comments. And if there's any other type of video you want to see, just let me know in the comments, and I will definitely make a video about that. So, but please make it lizard related. Any type of lizard, but at least lizard related. So that way, because I really know a lot about lizards. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!